open class story cells. It's so much fun. So please drop it down. Let us know where you're watching from and reach out and ask questions about this amazing class because we're having a blast. And tonight you're going to get to hear all about the hashtag miracle. We had the most beautiful stories getting posted, hashtag miracle this week, and I can't wait to hear everyone's thoughts. To kick it off, we had Kay who picked the quote. So Kay, could you share the quote and then tell us what your thoughts are on miracle, please? Thank you.
Sure. I'm Nature's Greatest Miracle comes from this book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, the author Mandino. And I picked this thought, one, because it's a miracle. We all are miracles. And nature, it just is. You don't like, so to put them all together and say, I'm the greatest part of nature, is why I picked the quote. And for me, this week, it was, where do you see miracles in the little things and in the big things? Especially in the little things like, oh, it's a miracle that my tongue works. Oh, it's a miracle that this flower just is and it's beautiful. And then realizing we as human beings are amazing miracles. And so how we take that into ourselves and believe that is really important. So I'm a miracle. Back to you, Kat.
That was beautiful, Kay. And yes, you are a miracle. We all are. And that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Next up, we're going to go to Miss Denise, the Llama Mama. And I can't wait to hear what you have to say about hashtag miracle.
Hey, Kat. Well, llamas are miracles also. But yeah, I obviously, because of everything that I get to do with folks, I absolutely loved it because it gave an opportunity to bring light to our uniqueness and our miracle that we are from the time of conception all the way through our entire life. And I had so much fun with it, just kind of looking at not just that, but also other places that miracles show up in our life. So thanks for letting me share tonight. Back to you, Kat.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. And yes, being the DNA detective, you definitely know that we're a miracle. The whole DNA is just incredible. All right, Diane, can't wait to hear what you have to say about hashtag miracle.
Hi, I had fun with this last week when you assigned it to us. I was like, oh gosh, what am I going to say about a miracle? But just sit back and look around, and everything's a miracle, no matter what. Everything is a miracle. And it started coming to me, how to use different pictures and put the miracle in, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought I was not going to, but I sure did. So back to you.
That's beautiful. And I love your post this week. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh, what am I going to do? But you're right. There's miracle in this community. There's miracle just in everything, miracles and quotes. And when you open up your thinking, it was really neat. And it was awesome to see everybody's posts. So thank you, Diane. Virgie, how are you tonight, dear? I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Coach Kat. Thank you guys for having me. Happy New Year's, everyone. Miracle, it's been a fun one, transitioning from 2019 into 2020. My babies have been sick since the beginning of Christmas, and Miracle has really helped me this past week. Like Diane had mentioned, everything is a miracle. So my stories have been based around myself and my kids. We are all miracles, like one of the other ladies had mentioned, and that's basically it. Also, just to add to that, we are miracles, but then we also have to create miracles. So thank you.
Wow, you're right about that, Virgie, and that was absolutely beautiful. And I love, is that a Hawaiian flower in your hair? That is so gorgeous. I didn't see it till you started talking. I love blue. That is so pretty on you. Thank you so much. Nancy Mays, how are you, dear? So happy to have you back in stories. Can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Kat. I found this to be pleasant, talking about miracles, because we're all unique. And when you get up in the morning and look in the mirror, that is the miracle of you. And we tend to want to be like other people. We see ourselves wanting to be a better speaker or a better leader, but we all have it in us. We just don't sometimes see that. And if we want to do that, we need to work toward that. So to me, I've reflected on a miracle as being sort of how we compare ourselves to other people, but we are us, and that's who we are, and we need to embrace that. So back to you, Kat.
That's beautiful, Nancy Mays. It's crazy how we can sometimes be our own worst enemy. So I love how you took the word miracle to say, you know what, we are a miracle, and we were designed, we're our best ourselves, right? We don't have to be someone else. There was a spot created for each of us. Thank you so much. All right, the next author, Wanda. Can't wait to hear what you have to say on miracle.
Well, thank you, Coach Kat. And Happy New Year's to everyone. And we are a miracle. We breathe. It's the air that we breathe is a miracle, and that even from all of the stuff that we're breathing in, that we as humans have put into this earth, or on this earth, our bodies are the miracle that is working to filter all of that out. So our bodies are made miraculously to do everything it needs to, even when we don't treat it like we should. So that was kind of the way I looked at this week, that I'm a miracle. And yes, I have to grow, but I am created perfectly as I am, even with my crooked tooth and my hair that goes everywhere. So thank you, Crazy Cat.
Oh my goodness, you're so funny. And you look beautiful tonight. You're just being hard on yourself. I love you just like you are. And yes, we are all a miracle. Thank you so much for sharing. That was beautiful. Dawn, I love the blue, and I'm so happy to see you feeling better again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm glad to be on. And yes, I am feeling better again. And I think most everybody can see that. And that's a miracle right there in and of itself. So I am nature's greatest miracle. The funny thing about this is this quote, when I read it, when I heard it and read it, I heard, I am God's greatest miracle. So, and then I looked back and it said nature's greatest miracle. So I started thinking of all the wonders of the nature. First off was, me getting through what I just got through. That's a miracle in and of itself. Every day getting up and being able to walk, stand upright, speak, whatever. But then also being at the beach, because we were at the beach this whole time, and looking up at the sky, all the wonders of the sky, the sunrises, the sunsets, the beach, and also coming after Christmas, Jesus' birth, the reason for the season. That is the biggest miracle in and of itself. So God's miracles never fail. So that's kind of what I was thinking about. And I had so many different things that I did, and I think I forgot to post them on stories. I don't know, because I've been forgetful. But anyways, they'll be up eventually. Thank you, Kat.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And yes, there's miracles everywhere if we open up our eyes. I always try to remind myself to focus on the positive and not the negative. And if you look around, just even the breeze blowing through the leaves will remind you that we're, just a miracle of nature and what God did in creating us. All right, Miss Lay, can't wait to hear from you, my dear.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. This is such a beautiful quote, and thank you, Kay, for sharing this with us. I read this kind of over and over. I am nature's greatest miracle. I immediately thought about my family and how it's such a beautiful miracle of the parents that God gave to me through my grandparents, and the love that my grandparents had for each other and for family, and how that's translated into my parents and how they raised us, and then my siblings, and now my grandchildren. And we had a wonderful miracle on New Year's Eve on my grandson's birthday. He and his wife their newborn baby girl arrived early, 8 days early. So we're so happy. And Kira and Kaylin is doing just fine. So they are definitely our miracles, and we get to see them in a couple months. But you know, the other thing about this too is I thought about the beautiful flowers. I love flowers, but I also love animals. So it made me think about all the animals in Australia and how they're lost. And so that really broke my heart to hear that. But you know, we know God will help to rebuild and regrow our environment. And but that kind of hit home for me because I just love animals, and to think about all that were lost, but all that were saved as well. So that's pretty much what's, you know, this particular quote, which means a lot to me. But I thought of not only us as human beings, but also our fellow animals around the world. So back to you, Kat.
That's absolutely beautiful, Lay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, Buddy. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about Miracle.
How y'all doing? Thank you for having me. Yeah, like you said, all of you said, the little things are the miracles that really matter, and it's whether it's the sky, the animals, it all comes in together. And for me, this week, one of the biggest miracles would be for me to learn all this stuff that I'm learning. And as you know, Kat, it's been a struggle, but it's going from no social media savvy to all of this is a pure miracle, and I'm going to get myself through it, and it's a blast having you all there to experience it with me. It's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, Buddy, I love that. I have loved seeing your posts because we were together from week 1 and didn't even know how to do a story. And now your stories are so creative, and the love for your wife is just amazing. So thank you so much for being here and for sharing with us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you, and it's been fun to watch your journey. It's been fun to watch everybody's journey. It's so neat how everybody starts in a different spot, and then we kind of figure out who we are through the 12 weeks where we're together, and it's a really great time. So anyway, that's it for me. I am Nature's Greatest Miracle, Mandino, and I'm going to turn it over to the amazing Coach Kiwi, brains behind all the operation, and let her close us down.
Thank you. And Kat, you're such an amazing interviewer. And I just love how you're like, that's beautiful. Because it really is. Like everybody here tonight, or you can tell your strength and your skill and how polished everybody is really learning and growing and practicing and working these muscles. It's truly paying off. So for me, just gathering what everybody said and to kind of piggyback and close us out with this beautiful quote that Kay picked out, which is, I am nature's greatest miracle. #miracle through the week. If you've seen our stories, if you're following any of us here, I hope you are. Hope you follow everybody. We're going to tag everybody on the panel tonight so you can follow. But I don't know if you know, I love social media, and that is a great miracle for me. Because I used to like hop in my car and drive 4 hours, get stood up, and we had babies in the back seat and car seats doing that. And now I don't have to do that anymore. But also online, I just Googled like how many people are on Earth, and there's a worldometer, and this thing is counting up by the second of births. I don't know if you've seen it. It's pretty cool. So there's over 7 billion people right now on Earth, and it's climbing by the second, okay? That doesn't seem like a miracle sometimes because there's so many people. Like Buddy just spoke about, it's the little things. That may seem little because we're desensitized. Like we know people are born and it's like 20 births per hospital a day. And it's just one thing we overlook. So for me, it really helped me go back to a couple things, 2 things. One is that 7 billion people, and we all have different fingerprints. That is crazy. I'm sorry. That is crazy good. That still gives me chills. It may be little to some people. That is huge. 7 billion people with different fingerprints. That should give us enough inclination and respect for ourselves that we are uniquely and wonderfully made. We are a miracle. We have a purpose on this earth. We are designed for something. We are here for someone. There is someone praying for us right now. And we may not be for everybody, That's okay. And you may not be me, and you may not be Kat, and you may not be Nicole, and you may not be Noelle. You are you. And you've got to figure out, I have to figure out, why am I here? Why? What is my assignment? What am I here to do on this earth? Because I'm a miracle. I am here for a reason and a purpose, and we should stand in that. That's what I thought about. And then, yes, I loved all the flowers and plants and animals, because we are the greatest miracle. And then we want to also connect with all of nature and everything God's given us. So the sky, the oceans, and it's just been a beautiful week, a beautiful quote this week. Thank you, Kay. All right, Kat, I'll turn it back to you to close us down, and drop a comment if you're watching. Thank you so much for your support on our reveals.
Quote is inspired by an author named Mandino, who wrote The Greatest Salesman in the World, and among other awesome titles and books. And this week's quote and miracle for our inspiration. Sorry, wow, just completely lost my tongue. It's gone. All right, quote is, "I am nature's greatest miracle" by Mandino, and that is captured from one of our students who's been in maintenance for a long time, Kay Schnitzline. So thanks so much for that inspiration this week. I'm going to go ahead and invite the creator of this class, as well as Art of Social Media, a speaker, author, social media coach, business owner, you name it, she's done it all. Welcome, Kiwi, to the call tonight, and thanks for hosting. Please tell us what you thought of the quote this week and what your inspiration was.
Yeah, so I love the word miracle, and all of my stories were really just being grateful for the small things, the small miracles, right? And also recognizing, and I was in the reveal previously, so you can see on my page, I'm just going to like re-clarify what it meant to me, but that we are the miracle, and we are all uniquely and wonderfully made. We all have a different set of fingerprints. And for me, it's about finding your assignment here on earth. What are you here to do? And when you find that calling, you never work a day in your life because you're doing what you love, and that you are important to someone. Someone is praying for you now. And I believe the miracle is that we're here to help other people. So back to you, Nicole. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. That's inspiring. And I don't know, for those of you who are watching, if you don't know Kiwi, she's got a mission to make an impact for thousands and thousands of people, even has a large goal every month to just make a solid impact. And this is one of the ways that she does that, just by pouring out love and inspiration and positivity online. So thank you so much, Kiwi, for that. All right, next up, I have Sally Crusan, who is one of my favorite people on the planet. She teaches an abundance class. You definitely need to get in touch with her. If you need some financial help in that way, like maybe you're stuck, you need to talk to Sally. She's amazing. So Sally, welcome to the class. Thanks so much. And thanks for participating this week in this particular hashtag miracle. Tell me what your inspiration was this week.
Thanks so much, Nicole. I really appreciate it. My takeaway was, and this is something I have to remind myself of daily. Like Kibi said, we are all unique, and we've all been created with our own fingerprint. However, myself included, we spend so much time comparing ourselves to others, and it slows us down and it takes us away from what our God's mission is for us. So for me, that just kept coming up all week. And so when I posted in stories, I was posting about this. We think that they're small and mundane things, but really every day is a gift. It's miraculous, just the things that are around us. And so I just became very mindful of that and kind of got out of that comparison mode this week, just kind of really focusing on the fact that we are so unique. And those of you that follow me on Facebook, you see my husband and I, we post a lot of sunrises and sunsets. We live right on the coast. And sometimes we focus on that, and then other times it's just back in the background. And I was really trying to be mindful of that nature around us, because, every sunset, every sunrise is unique. And so I was just, really enveloping myself in just all the uniqueness that our Creator has surrounded us with. So back to you, Nicole.
Thank you, Sally. And she does. Her husband takes gorgeous pictures, who's also an artist. So hint, hint, nudge, nudge. He's awesome, and I steal their pictures all the time for my stories. So if you want to see some of my inspiration, it's right from Sally's page. So thank you, Sally, for all that and your insight. I really appreciate it. Next up, we have a fellow health coach, Naomi Perriman, who's just launched her website and her programs. She's amazing. She's got so much to offer. So check her out too. Thank you, Naomi, for being on. We're so excited you're a student in this class. So tell me, what was your inspiration for the week?
Thanks so much, Nicole. I think similar to what Sally was talking about, and also Kiwi, my association with Miracle this week was about everyday kind of things. And I really felt like I was dragging myself into 2020 this year. Coming out of the holidays, I was a little worse for wear. And in terms of like comparing yourself to other people, I was really feeling like the burden of everyday challenges, you know, trying to get back in the swing of things. And I think the Miracle hashtag was kind of an opportunity to reevaluate those challenges and see them as an invitation to improve, and that, you know, it's just a little bit every day, and that's kind of how the daily miracles seem to happen and work. That things that were really hard at one point can gradually become easier until we get a new set of challenges and it starts over again. So that's what I've been thinking about this week.
Awesome. Well, and it does take little baby steps every day to make long-lasting change, sustainable change. And that also includes our mindset. And with practice over time, we all get to get a little bit better. And in and of itself is a little baby miracle every single day. So thank you so much, Naomi. All right, next up we have Shauna. She's a business owner. She, I believe, works for USPS. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And she's a business owner. She's passionate about different causes. If you don't know who she is and you want to know more about her, go to her page and check her out. She's got a lot going on. So welcome, Shauna. Thanks so much for being on tonight. Go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us what you thought about this week's quote and hashtag.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here and so excited to be a part of this class. I'm just loving it. Loving meeting all you ladies. So it's been a lot of fun. So in regards to Miracle, I guess, I mean, just kind of going back to what everybody says, you know, you just realize what a gift every day is. And then a lot of what I think of is we ranch. We're getting ready to calve, and I don't know if you probably haven't followed my Facebook long enough, but I conned my husband into buying 4 sheep for our little girl for 4-H and stuff. So we're getting ready to start lambing and everything. So just like seeing all those babies on the ground and everything, you just realize like what a miracle every single day is and every single life is. And, you know, just everything doesn't always work out quite how you planned, but, you know, it's still a miracle. Make the best of it and things will get better, and there's a plan out there. So yeah, it was a strong word. There's a lot of meaning behind it, but I guess, yeah, like I said, with calving and lambing, I definitely, you know, the miracle of life and those little babies and all the good stuff out there. So thank you for having me, Nicole. Back to you.